Oh,
We are on the air right now.
All
I
right,
didn't want to fail again. Do it too long.
now, down, oh, all right, being that it's 7 o'clock, we will call this town board meeting to order. The fire exits are outside of that door at either end of the hall. There is a defibrillator across the hall if one is needed. We will start with the pledge of allegiance to the flag and a moment of silence for all deceased residents of Hamlin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Now we will proceed with our invocation. Father Joe Marcoux, sorry, from St. Elizabeth and, is that Seton or Seton? Seton Church. All right, thank you.
I'm so grateful to be here with you tonight. I invite us to all quiet our hearts for a few seconds. As I pray in my tradition, I invite you to pray in yours. Creator God, I pray for those you have called to govern your people. Help them to use their abundant gifts to care for the poorest and most vulnerable of the people whom you have charged them to protect. Help them to work together for the common good. Help them to work for economic justice for all. Lord God, our county suffers from great poverty and violence. Give these your servants the strength to help all who dwell here to flourish. Stir their hearts with dreams of peace and prosperity for all their constituents. Help them to persevere in their labors, knowing that no one program brings wholeness, but is only a fraction of the magnificent enterprise that is your work. I make this prayer today and every day for these leaders, your beloved ones, whom you have gifted with power to lead your people. Watch over and protect them for all eternity. I ask this through our faithful God. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you, Father. We hope to see you again. You are taking these away there.
Hello, Counselor.
All right, we will continue with the roll call. Our clerk, please.
Bartlett,
Here.
Wright.
Here.
Wilco. Here. Yeager.
Here.
Botts.
Here. Now we proceed with the public forum. We, please, if anybody has anything, I'll talk to the whole board as a whole. I'm trying to single people out, try to keep it within 5 minutes. We'll try to answer your questions if you have any, but you do not have to, but we can take this up on, we usually try to answer your questions. Is there anybody in the public? I do have one thing from Jerry Hutchinson that you turned from 1701 Apple Hollow Drive.
Lane.
So, Apple Hollow Lane, I'm sorry. If you would like to,
I'm your neighbor,
yes.
right across the park. The pathway to the park. I want to say, when was the master plan committee formed back in the 90s or late 90s? I was on it, and I believe in the folder somewhere, you'll see a rudimentary map of it that I had drawn and submitted for future reference. So when it fruition came and we got it, I was very excited. Mike, the guys did a great job with it. It's been wonderful. And the compressed gravel is nice, but it's still, let's say, dirt in its way. And we noticed the weeds. It's now mowable. one point, I thought the original plan was to have it paid. To that end, you know, I think the town, the people would like a clear answer as to why it's not happening. I'll be honest, I'm retired, I'm out in the yard, everybody knows, I'm in the yard every day, all day, and everybody talks to me. We have a lot of young people with strollers, even now, that compressed gravel with the weed that came up through it, broken it up enough, it's not, it's better than just plain grass, which my daughter was pushed over there several times, but it's just not sustained. And we have some kids, young children, learning to ride bikes. Some of them have their motorized capability. But the only place to do it is on the street, because the sidewalks, you know, they're being taken care of, but there's so many, you know, where they come together, there's
Right.
it's bumpy. And the kids said, we can't do it. Well, one tried to come down the path between my house and Joyce's house next door. And like, you know, there were all those pine trees where the roots have gotten, that was paved at one time. The blacktop is still there, but it's bumpy. So when, you know, I would love to see that finished as part of the whole project. And why I say that is we also have elderly people, people recovering from operations, whatever. A gentleman this last spring was out there walking every day, and he had something with his knee, and he would come down the path next to my house. The roots have uprooted it so much. Even I mow, so I know I mow it every week, twice a week sometimes. It's like a park entrance. It really is. He stumbled and fell because you know, sometimes you can't. Your brain says lift your leg, but sometimes you just fell. And he did. He wasn't easily the type that's going to make a big thing about it. We also have people, you know, out with canes. We have some recovering from strokes. Man, they're all wondering why. Now, why it's not big. I said, well, you know, I'll look into it a little bit. You know, I've talked to different people, and I am not here giving any names to anybody. I've heard that the county council decided not to give us it. That's one rumor. Another rumor was we didn't have it at all. Now I heard we've had it. And final rumor, and the rumors, is that the council hasn't come to a clear go-ahead, let's say, to do it. I think it definitely there's more people that need it paid than those that don't. I've heard the rumors of the people that need it are the strollers, people with walkers. There's someone on our street that was walking with a walker and they couldn't go up it. They'd walk up the street. They're in the street with a walker. I'm sorry. In 2024, that's not necessary. Now, one rumor was that it's not being paid because runners don't like it. Well, I'm sorry. On the way to church every Sunday, we drive down past the college, going to Hope, and all I see is college kids running on either the sidewalk or the side of the road. Once in a while, you see some along the canal, which would be more like what we have here, but more on the pavement. When I was, please don't laugh. When I was in school, I was on the long distance running. Hard to believe, I know, but you practice on the hard surface. and you competed on a softer surface. Now, I don't know if this is what's holding it up or not, but if we are holding it up for a group of runners, I can tell you, I don't see too many people running around that track. I really don't, and I'm out there almost every day. And, I do see dog walkers, I see just people walking, using it. The kids, like I said, were riding their bikes, but now I see them on the street because they said, you know, it's too soft. And it's harder pedaling, which I can believe. But anyway, that's the gist of what I want to get at. I mean, if you're a runner and you don't want to run on pavement, just try to get everybody involved, because I think it should be for everybody, but I don't want it for one select group and not others. Can't they run on the grass next to the pavement? It would still be it would be a track, a path, but they could be on the grass if it's going to hurt their feet. We've done so much good with this beautiful park we got, and now it's almost to the finish line. I'm just thinking it's going to get ruined the longer we let the weeds. It's not compressed gravel anymore. It's turned into dirt, glorified dirt. And I really would like some type of motion, not motion, but you know, something to finish it down to its on that bottom. You really could use it. I don't mind mowing. You finish it, I'll still take care of it. I'm fine with that. It's just that it's really funky and it's not good, you know, for everyday elderly people. So that's my only thing tonight. I hope, you know, and I was telling Steve earlier, in 30 some years here in this town, it seems that town government has been very efficient and very peaceful. And I haven't heard any backlash. I just heard rumors about you can't get the path, especially some of the kids, and I thought, you know me, if you know the Apple House, I'm out there, I'm waving to every car that goes by, I say hi to everybody, everybody knows me. And it's soft now, so I would really like, you know, you don't have to be the answers, just maybe put it in the Hamlin paper or something. Either way, one way or the other. You know, we could do some fundraisers to get the money if the money is needed, something. And, you know, to that fact, I think what is it? It's almost 6 foot wide. If it's a big, isn't it something? 8? Okay, well, even, all right, you could pay half of it and half unpaid. That way, if people running, it's, you know, whatever. You know, there's a lot of ways you can go, but I think we really got to think about everyone, not just some. That's really it, guys. So appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.
Well, you sit, because we're going to answer you.
Oh boy, I like
And
answers.
I'll let Mike speak to it if he needs to, because some of the paving is up to him, and then when he has time or whatever to do it, or if the ground is conducive to it.
And I understand.
But anyways,
Go ahead.
you said something about the county money. We didn't lose it, we have it, can't use it till next year.
That happens.
So we have money,
Okay.
the town board has not made a final resolution to pay it. So we take the resolution, spend, what was it, 23,000 or 24,000 to pay it? It was some, like,
Talked about it.
We have talked, so it is on our radar.
Mhm.
We have not made a resolution yet to pave it. But we might, like I said, I'm not gonna speak for everybody here because we have not made that resolution yet. So we do have the money, can't use it next year, but we have the money. And then Mike may wanna speak as far as timing about paving it. and the condition of the ground, whether it's too wet or too dry, or too wet to get out there and do it.
Well, probably, if you have to wait till next year, I would assume we're talking June, July at least, because April and May are just soft. I think.
You got to be able to get loaded dump trucks across the
Right, exactly.
field, which when we put stone in was ideal. You know, you're everywhere, and you have to look at the big, the bigger picture, you're talking about the stretch that goes down between your house and your neighbor's house, which is actually, I don't recall how wide that piece of property is.
It's only 8 feet wide. I remember because there was discussion on the trees, but that's
Yeah.
fine. And what's left is, it doesn't seem like it's more than 4 feet wide.
And so it's getting, it's getting a paver to do it that we could do everything at once.
Right.
Because we have the path going out from the courthouse
Mhm.
to the tennis court, we have the path that goes between the basketball and the tennis court. Those are only 4 feet wide. Then we have the main path
Mhm.
we began was 8 feet wide.
Yeah.
But you go down to 4 feet, it's a specialty machine that,
Sure.
so far, we have not been able to get a hold of one because we're fighting the same battle up in Ryan Homes to repave those paths.
Mhm.
It's a specialty paver that there aren't many around, and everybody's doing things.
Well, I understand, I've been here long enough, I know during the summer, you know, we're doing work for the town, but then we have to farm out for county work, because it makes us money. I understand that type of stuff. So if it's in the works for next year, that's cool. Now, you said you gotta come up with a resolution. Is there a procedure where a resident could, file some paperwork that,
Petition?
well, I don't like the word petition. File a memo or something that would, prompt action, or like,
Probably not, till we
make it a vote for the
probably not till I
town.
have the actual money in my hand.
Yeah, okay.
New York State said they had the money to do a park down on Brick Schoolhouse Road for 2 years.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, 2 months ago, they said, well, guess what, if you took the building down and took the trees out for us and did all this work so that we can come in and do the work, oh, we're pulling the money because it's staying out of New York City. Okay,
Yeah,
So,
isn't that wonderful?
when I get the money in hand, I'll make a resolution.
Okay, I appreciate that.
It's supposed to
So-
be here.
I'm glad you came and I'm glad you said your opinion. However, everybody that I talked to didn't want it paved, and that's kind of like where we were kind of half and half as far as getting it paved, not getting it paved.
Well, that's why I'm wondering, why couldn't we just put it to a
Well, I
vote?
don't know if they would
Majority
actually work
rules.
doing half and half, but,
No,
I
you have
don't-
to separate them because otherwise you
yeah,
could
because
trip,
it would
fall off.
And I think that's the biggest concern is how low is it gonna get paved so that it's not up too high so people don't
Mhm.
fall, bicycles don't fall over walkers and all that stuff.
I've heard a bunch of people are senior citizens walking and stuff. So
Yeah,
we are gonna consider it. And probably it's the first year when I'm sure the county is gonna be good and say, and give us some money. They said they are, and they usually don't tell tales. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. So
Okay,
we should have the money by next year, then we will have a vote and a resolution or whatever we do it. We'll talk to each other in one of these meetings, in open meeting.
maybe we should, in the Hamlin newsletter, survey, get the people's feelings, I mean, it's the people's park, you know, I mean, it's town property. You know, how do all of us want, want to proceed?
We
I mean,
can,
I'm willing to go by majority rules.
we can put it online. A lot of people don't respond to the
I know,
website.
of course.
Plus it
I mean,
costs-
I know, I see the,
No, plus it costs $180 for the ad, just a quarter page ad. So if we put one on, we can put it on our website, on Facebook or whatever, and all that kind of stuff, and put it out there and ask for responses, and that's free.
or you could run several thousand copies off the copier machine and deliver them to some houses and you know, make them available and just get the word
Well,
out.
we're not all retired.
Run them off, I know my way around the town. But, you know, just something to get the word out and
Right.
get more people talking than me or, a few people. You're always gonna have those that want something but don't wanna talk about it, they don't wanna come to the
Right.
meetings. But I appreciate everything you said, so that's thrown out half of the, let's just say the
Rumors?
far crazy rumors,
It has been on our radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate
The
it.
Friends of Rec, I think, was interested in getting it paved, and I think they mentioned maybe raise some funds.
Cause I just think, I was, after hearing all this, I really didn't wanna just come over here. I've been waiting, we had about 3 meetings since I made up my mind I was coming. I'm trying to think, what's the best way for most people to use it? And that's why I came up with the paving, because if people would rather not have the paving, they can walk along the edges of them in the grass, and that's fine. But a lot of them need a harder surface. Bikes, the strollers, that type of thing, that's all I'm saying. But,
Okay.
thanks, Steve, I appreciate that, that was
We
really
will take that
great.
in consideration,
Thank
but
you.
it'll be next year.
No, that's fine.
But it is on our radar, we are not, cause like you said, the Friends are actually asking us about it also.
Okay.
And we have the money, so. It's right now, but right now we couldn't pay it, especially if the rain we just got this
No,
summer.
It's been a year, let's
Yep.
just put it that way. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Is there anybody else in the public who would like to speak? Seeing that there isn't, we will close this part of the meeting, public forum. Requesting town board resolution to approve the regular town board meeting minutes of September 9th, 2024.
Arlett,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Bogo, Jaeger, Baz.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the payment of bills from their respective funds.
So moved. Second.
Arlett,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Bogo, Jaeger,
Yeah.
Baz.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the public hearing minutes of September 9th, 2024. So moved.
Arlett,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Bogo, Jaeger, Baz.
Yes. At this point, yes, I had some put on my desk this afternoon. We had to put this agenda up yesterday so that it's a day ahead of time so we can look at it. So instead of going to discussion right now, we have some more resolutions to move some money around. Requesting town board resolution to make the following budget amendment for the Country Creek sidewalk, which is over there off the town line. Increase revenue account, Country Creek sidewalk 0599.00 fund balance $1,508. Increased expense account, Country Creek sidewalk $1,508. No, every year yeah, it's fund balance, we have the money, there's a tax on the sidewalk every year over there, and it broke, and Mike didn't really fix it, so we're just using fund balance.
I think there's only $400 in the yearly budget for the repairs.
Right.
But the fund balance built up every year, so this is the balance, I believe it was 1,900 and some dollars to replace this section of sidewalk.
Arlett,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Bogo, Jaeger, Baz.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to make the following budget amendment, and this is, our ARPA funds are in our fund balance, we haven't moved them. So we're using ARPA funds, which we already did a resolution months ago for that. This is for paving the tennis courts, reseal, not paving, resealing the pickleball courts and everything. Increased revenue account, 880599, fund balance, $611.09, increase expense account, AA 7110.40, parks contractual expense, $82,611.09.
Second.
Robot,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Boco, Yeager,
Yeah.
Best.
Yes. Also, that thing, if you see a discrepancy in how much we said it was
That's
gonna cost,
so funny.
I'm sorry, I should have said it earlier. This is also for rent on trencher and pipe and stuff. We went and did tile drain that one baseball field, because they're always, every year complaining they can't play on that baseball field, field A, I believe it's A. And so the highway department tile drained that this year to see if we can get at it a lot earlier and keep it a drier field and so the kids can play it. So that is why it's higher than the quote.
I looked down and I'm signing the voucher for seal coating, it's only $76,000, and I'm like, wait, what?
No, I should have explained that.
That's okay.
Yeah, but the rest of that money is for the field baseball field. Requesting town board resolution for the following budget transfer. A 1990.4 contingent other to A 1910.40 unallocated insurance payment. This, our insurance company, just something, new equipment or different equipment or something again, it just went up because of equipment.
Second.
Robot,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Boco, Yeager,
Yeah.
Best.
Yes. That's it for that. Discussion, does anybody have anything they want to discuss?
We had table something, we can't remember.
Well, we tabled the sign down at the park last meeting, remember?
Right.
I don't know if Jennifer got any more information yet, that was like a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Our
I thought we
logo.
forgot.
Yeah, our logo is very detailed, so it's definitely gonna be 800 with the maximum amount, 850. So I don't know if we wanna simplify it a little, it's got a lot of detail, and they might not be able to replicate all that detail in the emblem.
Yeah, I looked at the one at the History Center, and that doesn't have the logo on it. Like that.
No logo. I don't know why they wanted, I'll have to ask, I forget his name, the Brockport Museum, why they wanted to use our logo. I don't know if it's a requirement for this company to put a logo on it.
I don't think it's necessary,
Yes, it was.
I know it is, it's a lot of detail, that it's not gonna look good on a metal sign. How you gonna,
Right.
how you gonna put all that on a metal
Yeah.
sign?
Right.
Right,
Yes, I would do right.
We can simplify it, but yeah, if you think of something like I said, we got another meeting in a couple of weeks. If they wanna get, without the logo, what the words are, if they put like the words on a sign for us, they must be able to do that on a
Yeah.
computer. And just show us, okay, this is what the sign looks like.
and you gave me those contacts for.
Yes, for the park.
Yeah, I haven't.
Well, for the county, it's actually a county road. So you gotta get permission from the county to put a sign in that road. And the state, because it's state property, but you're in a county right of way. So both people have to be contacted.
What do they usually do? Do they give
It's
you some
usually-
written or some verbal? What's
Yeah,
the process?
You might get to show a picture or whatever, maybe the county will come out and go up there. You can just give them a map and say, here, I'm gonna put this sign right here. Tell them what the sign is and everything. The state probably the same thing. They'll probably be very easy to work with.
Anything more on the, did they get back to you?
Yes, they did. They forgot a few things, so I sent something out. Well, they decided not to do a big meeting room. Well, no, you don't, you can use your gym for the big meeting room and everything combined. And it's like, well, every time then if they got a gym program, we gotta kick kids out if you wanna use it as a meeting room or the seniors want to have a luncheon or something in there, we gotta empty the gym for them and set the tables around the floors and food and everything. And it's like, I don't know if I wanna do that. I thought I asked that, I wanted at least get the price. If it's way out of whack and we gotta shrink something, then we gotta shrink something. But at least give us what we asked for originally. And I sent them a thing asking for that. There was that, and the only storage room they gave us that I saw was a 10 by 10 foot by 10 foot big storage room. For all the stuff in the gym that's in there, all the athletic equipment and everything else that this town might want to store.
There were no files.
What about a record?
There's a whole bunch of records. The record room was all in there and all, everybody's filing cabinets and all that was, this was just storage for whatever.
Okay.
Tables, chairs, yeah, whatever. 10 foot by 10 foot,
That's not even enough room for the tables and chairs.
no. It's not enough room for all the, exercise equipment. So I said, yeah, this ain't gonna work. You better draw something else up. I have not gotten that, and they didn't, all they did was just give me words, they have not done a picture yet, they wanted, before they go and do all that, they want us to look it over, what I want, everything in writing to give to you, so everybody can look it over before they do the drawing. So, yes, I have heard from them, but it was wrong, so I sent it right back, and they haven't heard it yet. I do have something for discussion before we adjourn, so I'm just asking if anybody else has anything. Yeah. Yes.
Conservation Board met, and at the past few years, they've used some of their funds in their grounds account to buy trees for the campus. And they'd like to do that again this year. They have $1,084 in their account, and they'd like to spend $775 of that. And
For our campus,
For
yeah.
our campus.
But that's not really, so you have to get life involved in the buildings
Yeah, he's already done,
Yeah.
said he's got.
They can actually do it, she just given information to the town board.
They're just giving information as they'd like to do, and I think last year they might have planted 8 trees. Maybe?
That's what I got, that they printed.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? No?
I don't,
Can't remember.
I wasn't on the board when they,
Oh, okay.
did that, so.
We just wanted.
I
to
have
keep
down that they
informed.
got 8 of them last year.
Yeah, that they,
Because how many members are on that committee?
there's 5.
They just have 5, so they can each talk. I mean, it's,
No, we are putting, they buy nice trees, they're at least 8 to 10 foot tall trees, you know, just
sounds funny.
shade trees are put out in the park, which we need.
We
shade.
do need shade. It's gotta be something.
We need shade around that playground.
We've gotten a bunch of trees, they're just small yet, but we put them.
And where you taking them down too, like, you can't take the trees down too, like,
We are, and,
yeah.
We're putting trees all over the place, we planted a dozen pine trees out back, we got, oak trees, we planted a little nursery 10 years ago that we got transplants, what's there, the second ones, I believe.
most of them are sitting over here.
And a lot of trees, but you have to be pretty small to get shape on them right now.
I mean, they're all 10 foot tall trees, 8, 10 feet tall.
You know, 50 foot.
They will be, it's gonna take time,
Well, patience.
yes,
Maybe by the time we get that new town hall,
maybe,
50 years from now.
you don't know.
But I just wanted to let everybody know that that was their intention.
Anything else for discussion before we start trying to set dates? Mike, you got any discussion? Hey, Joe, nothing? Okay. All right, so we've been busy with the budget, so let's set some dates. We're making start having workshops with all the department heads.
So we're meeting on Monday, that's the 30th, right?
Yeah. We got, I mean, you know, we're underneath timetable, so I mean, within the first 2 weeks in October, we gotta get everybody in.
Within the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good with that.
That first week in October.
We don't have to make it every night, whenever everybody can make it, I mean,
What I mean is, I think if we did that, then we will give us enough time. Sort of pull the Band-Aid off and get them all done.
we'll probably need at least, I mean, highway is a big one, that usually takes at least a couple hours. Recreation takes at least an hour, hour and a half, that's a big one, the library would probably take at least an hour, so, I mean, you know, it's gonna be at least 2 or 3 different days, you get.
Right, that's
Do
what
that
I'm
court
saying.
and everything.
If we do.
So Jennifer said she was the first and the third. She's,
We can do the second, we can get the second. To the first.
we probably need one more day.
I can do the second. Actually, the second.
Well, 1, 2, 3 of October, first, second, third.
Not do 3 days, I mean, not do 4 days,
That's what I'm saying, so the first, second, and third.
well, we're already meeting the
We're
30th
already
on
meeting the
Monday, so I
30th.
can't do
Oh.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
All right.
So we doing the second?
If we can do at least a couple of days that week, and then we'll go into the second week, that's fine. Monday, we're just meeting with ourselves, not the department heads.
Right.
So
Do
we go
the second
over
and
it.
third. Would that work for you? Second and third, okay?
I know she works,
Yeah, Wednesday I could do earlier. I could do 5:30.
Okay.
Thursday I can't do.
let's make it 6.
6.
Because I don't know about department heads either, when they can get out of their stuff and be here.
So
Wednesday
the
is
second
6?
6.
That's okay.
The second is at 6, okay.
The third is 6. Or 6, so.
That's nice. Oh, no, 6:30.
So you're fine,
Okay, on the 3rd.
yeah, that's fine.
All right, so, next week.
At the 7th. That's
Right.
okay. So you got the 8th, 9th,
How many more days?
I would say one more day.
Maybe the 9th. We have a break in between 2 and 2.
It's up to you guys, whatever works better for you.
I won't do anything,
I know, so can I pretty much, and probably Phil can too pretty much, but you guys are both
9th
working.
and 10th.
We can have the 10th and maybe a backup if we don't get done.
Well, we do the 9th and then the 10th if we need it. We'll do that.
I think we can finish up in the 9th, but we can always have the 10th as a backup.
Okay.
So what time at,
The
at
9th I can do 6.
6 o'clock in the night? All right. And the 10th if we need it, if we need it. It's,
So we're not needed.
yeah, I don't think we should, need it, just in case. this was painful compared to getting that meeting for tomorrow, for Monday. Or painless,
I was gonna say,
painless.
that shit was only, wait,
I said that wrong, I meant painless, yes.
What time on the tenth, just in case?
6:30.
6:30.
Everybody okay with all that? As far as this meeting go, we got more stuff to do next meeting. Well, Phil, I mean, we can say we did have a talk at 30.
oh, yeah, I was gonna ask how the budget, was that a budget meeting?
It was just with
The
their
workshop,
workshop too.
um,
We found out a lot of things about what they wanted their money for. The state's mandating to get new apparatuses, fire department clothing, their coats and all, and the
Yeah.
air packs and everything can, after they're 10 years old, you gotta throw them away.
Right,
Even if they're still good, so.
crazy. Because they break down, the material breaks.
Right, right. I think our helmets are like that too, that the highway department got guys have to wear, you know, like every 10 years, you gotta throw it away.
It's the same thing with sheriff's office, with like vests and stuff, it breaks down the material.
Yeah, so, they told us it wasn't really any big equipment, it was mostly apparatus, breathing stuff and everything for the firemen and
well,
everything.
and for the 25-year.
Right, they were putting some money away for a purchase later on, but it's not gonna be next year. They're building up the fund so they don't get whacked with a $700,000. All of a sudden, one year you wanna buy a truck, it's 700 grand, so. But a lot of it was to take care of our firefighters, which.
Yeah.
I can see that, you can't have them out there,
Well, you
Getting
make-
hurt or
A lot
whatever.
of it is all mandated.
oh yeah, mandated by the state. So, we don't know, they had meetings after we left. So what they actually decided, we are not sure. I imagine they will let us know whether they're gonna do anything with their budget or not. We had a bunch of questions, so it was meant for over an hour. And we'll see what they say. It was very good to see, instead of just that, what it all was for.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And see, for that meeting, when we do this with the ARPA money.
Yep. Yep.
We're seeing the new ARPA seniors or and rec, is that what this, that's the target audience for seniors and rec?
For what?
For next year.
Yes.
That's counting.
Seniors and rec, it's gotta be for seniors and rec, yes.
Okay, all right.
It can't be, the funds that we are getting can't go to anything else. There is another fund thing that goes to, I can't remember what Jack said it goes to.
Okay.
How much was that?
95,000, some.
No, really.
Better for them to do that than the way they did this other one.
Yes,
Where it went to all these agencies.
yep, it went to, each town got something,
There's one,
depending on your population.
wow,
So Greece got the most, but they got 100,000 people out there too.
right.
I have nothing else to put in for discussion.
I have no further business, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?